Sup everybody, new fucking chapter of Dear Starboy. Unfucking fortunately, I've got a special guest on here. Say hey bitch!
Hey bitch!
Yeah, there she is. Okay.
It's me.
She's gonna be just in the fucking background, just
Witnessing.
just
I'll try
witnessing.
not to say too much. I just need to witness this.
Oh god. Front row seat people. The VIP. Anyway, yeah, the warning. If you fucking adore Dear Starboy and are offended of any comments I make, then click out of the fucking video now. Tom lay on his bed. You used the wrong lay, you goddamn moron. Recollecting the night's memories. His soaking clothes had been hung over the window ledge, catching the air in the chilling October breeze. He and Tord had been dancing in the rain together. Basically. Tom remembered Tord that night. The memory had been searing into his mind. The scattered diamond-like rain decorating his golden brown locks. His heterochromatic eyes were glazing and starry. He looked like a painting, a perfect character born from an artist's imagination. Like a flawlessly cut gem. What the fuck?
When did this happen? When did Tom become so starstruck, no pun intended, by his creepy forward neighbor?
Right? Oh my god.
When did this happen?
Another person with some common sense.
It would be cute, but how fast?
How fast? Like, I don't know, they've been seeing each other for like a couple weeks. Or a couple days.
Even so.
In Tom's eyes, he was beautiful. Tom smacked his head into the pillow, trying to rid his brain of the insane thought. As you should, Tom, because this is way too quick. Tord was his friend. Yes, Tord was his friend. Always start with friends first, you son of a bitch. Okay, Tom wasn't even gay. Gray? What? Tom wasn't even gay. Well, that too, like, he came into the story being, seemingly like that closed off kid. And all of a sudden, he's like, I'm open to Tord. I'm in love.
He's starstruck. Leave him alone.
Ugh, no. Shut up.
Let him be starstruck. Let these boys be in love.
He hadn't given the idea much thought. He'd been raised by his parents to have a standard kid. What? What? Isn't it to be a standard kid?
Yeah, I know what they're trying to say, but do they want Tom to birth a child and have that child be standard?
Yeah, but they just completely.
That's what that sentence
they just completely accept the lack of appreciation, bonding time and communication they gave him. Tom had to confirm his feelings right away.
What?
Tom, really? Fuck. Can't you just, fight with yourself a little bit more as the days go on, please?
I mean, if you like being around someone, and you're hanging out in the way that you are, then what's wrong with just being friends for a while until you're, sure?
Exactly.
Instead of just, I think I'm in love. You need to confess everything.
Who the fuck is this person?
Immediately.
Who the fuck? He knew he loved something about Tord. Proofread your shit, man. His smile, his personality, his weird obsession with stars. How can you fucking give his personality? Okay, you know what? Yeah, he is overly expressive, but he could be hiding some shit.
Thanks to the fun and the danger of the adventures. You could be going out on these adventures with a psychopath for all you know. It keeps things interesting. You gotta be open.
True. Where the fuck was I? His tendency to do what others would think would be impossible. How different he was compared to everyone else. There's 7 billion people on this planet. I'm pretty sure some of them are like Tord. But then again, this Tord...
His tendency to do what others would think would be impossible. What impossible feats has Tord achieved?
be obsessed with stars, but that's not impossible because there's a lot of astronomers who are obsessed with stars. So
There's literally astronomers.
there's literally astronomers. Okay, the only impossible thing is like how unrealistically feminine he is.
That is some shade that you just threw there. I wasn't
sorry.
even ready.
But it is. Okay, you agree with me. I agree with you.
Apologize to this audience right now. You're being so mean.
No, fuck them. Fuck this writer. Fuck.
You're a terrible person.
I don't mind Tord being feminine. He's just way too feminine to be unrealistic. Like even if he was a female, this type of feminine would be unrealistic.
Yeah. I've been
just
around
like-
a lot of very feminine girls.
I'm like
Even
saying
this is
this-
a bit of a stretch.
Yes, I'm like saying this for like equally for both genders. That either
It's
way,
supposed to be feminine. That's
Yeah.
get you.
yeah, like
But this-
just either way, unrealistic.
TomTord as well. Even in an AU.
Ah,
I didn't come here to rant. What am I doing?
right. You came here to
See what you've
spectate.
dragged me into.
You're welcome. It was exactly midnight. He slid open the window, shifting his damp clothing. He shoved his fingers into his mouth and let out a whistle. He shoved those fingers into his mouth and let out a whistle.
Please. No.
You trying to
I'm
catcall Tord? I'm kidding.
Stop.
Tord stumbled over to his window, his choice of pajamas being underwear and a red hoodie that reached his knees. He met eyes with Tom. What eyes? Immediately feeling his face turn the same shade as his hoodie, he placed his elbow on the window ledge, his chin resting on his open palm. This was worth waking up for. What? Is that... I can't, like... I can't even read the dialogue, seriously.
I don't know.
See, like, God. Second opinion here, even you think it's, like, confusing.
No, I mean, like,
Just
I
a little
guess it's contextually, it would make sense for Tord to have said, this is worth waking up for.
I guess. But still, if you're, like, in the moment of reading it, you'd have to, like, read it back.
Yeah. Whatever. It's fine.
It's not fine for me! Tord raised an eyebrow and pointed towards Tom's chest. Tom followed the direction of Tord's finger only to realize he was utterly shirtless. Oh my god. What is with this fucking sexual tension? He felt a rosy blush dust his cheeks, but Tord just laughed it off. Hang on. Tord retrieved a bundle of dark blue, tossing it to Tom. A bundle of dark blue what? Tom inspected it, the same hoodies as Tord's, yet a different color. Okay, fine. He pulled it over his head, fitting nicely. This wasn't why I came here. Such a shame. I just wanted to see you. You did? Yes. Oh. Just oh.
Could you have read that any more depressingly?
I'm depressed. I'm chronically depressed when I read this. Leave me alone. Tord straightened his back and patted down his thighs. Okay, your parents' home, kitty boy? Oh, that's kind of weird, like, to explain. He patted his thighs, and then he's all like, your parents' home, kitty boy? Nope, business trip for 2 days. You should come around.
Oh.
Sounds like a plan. Like a gay plan.
Enough.
Tom pulled on some fresh jeans as he jogged down the stairs to his front door. He was on Tord's doorstep in record time. On record
time.
Let me... I know.
That was not their fault.
Yeah, no, that was my bad. Tord's house was somewhat desolated. The cracked white walls were surrounded by spirals of emerald ivy. The red door swung open to reveal Tord happily smiling. Evening, kitty boy. Evening, Starboy.
Ugh.
What? What?
It's too much. I cracked.
You cracked. Here you're just spectating to watch me get tortured, and here you are getting just tortured. Look at you.
A whole different experience reading it for yourself than just listening to you suffer.
Wow.
Is this what karma is? Oh god.
Wow. Yes.
Sad.
Tom awkwardly stepped into Tord's house, struck with a sudden sweet aroma of rose petals and chocolate. Tord guided his neighbor to his room. Peachy pink walls decorated. What? Did I say Tord or Tom?
I don't know.
Fuck. Well, Tord guided his Tord guided his fucking neighbor to his room. Peachy pink walls decorated with grayscale Polaroid pictures, a fluffy stainless white carpet, white metal daybed covered in an assortment of pastel cushions. Most of the interior was pastel or white. Tom sat on the bouncy bed, hugging a lemon yellow pillow to his chest. Tord held out a blue porcelain mug and tilted his head. Hot chocolate? Hot chocolate? Tom accepted it and delicately sipped Tord? He sipped Tord.
A comma after sip.
Yeah, you forgot to place the fucking comma after sip. This is like, oh, he sipped Tord. So delicately.
What would that even be?
I don't want to answer that. I don't want to answer that. Tord spun.
How would you sip a person?
I don't even know. Tord spun on his toes and finally planted himself beside Tom. What brings you here this fine night? I don't know. I felt compelled to see you. You literally told Tom to fucking... Oh my god! He literally told him to come over. Bitch! Proofread your shit!
Hey, come over. Okay. What are you doing here?
Oh my god, that is the most stupidest thing. Okay.
Stupidest.
Let's blame the stars for aligning us such a fate. Oh my god, you literally... Ah! Okay!
The pain in your eyes is something I never expected to see. And it's beautiful.
Shut up. Tom sleepily blinked as he set the cup on a nearby white cabinet. Tord shimmied closer. Shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy closer and let his head fall onto Tom's shoulder. Tom felt his stomach flip. Tord, being so close, made a million butterflies burst inside Tom. He knew it would feel wrong, but it felt so wrong. What? What did you mean, but it felt so right? This is what I'm saying. Proofread your goddamn shit. They utterly gave up on the 8th chapter. They're like, oh, this fanfic is going great. How about I not proofread it now? Because I'm so entitled not to.
From chapter 1 as well. So really, were they ever trying?
Were they ever trying? Like, I have a feeling because they proofread in the middle. Like, maybe they wrote the first chapter being like, nobody's gonna care about this. And then everybody cared about it. Well, almost everybody. You know, just the rom-com fans. But, you know. And then they were all like, you know what, I'm gonna proofread a little bit here. And then I'm not just gonna try because everybody's just loving it. Not me, bitch! Fuck off! Okay. He knew. Okay. I'm fine. I'm good. He knew it should feel wrong, but it felt so right. Was it wrong? Would everybody hate him? Would Tord leave him? Would his dad hurt him? Would he get bullied?
Uh-oh.
Okay, now you're asking the right questions. A sudden wave of fear washed over Tom. His normal breathing took a turn for sharp, half-drawn pants. His head was spinning and throbbing with a needle-like ache. Tom clutched his head, balling his damp hair into his calloused hands. He threw himself to the floor. Tom, are you okay? Wow, that's so dramatic. The fuck, Tom?
That's my levels of dramatic right there.
Is it? Okay, but you speaking, because, you know, this is my Tommy here. You speaking, would you do this? No. As writing for Tom?
No.
Absolutely not, then.
No.
Tom, are you okay?
I'm still pretty extra. Not as Tom, though.
Yes, not as Tom.
Mostly. I have my moments.
Yes. Tom knew it was an anxiety attack, but that didn't stop him from feeling the walls were closing in. A strong pair of arms wrapped around Tom, pulling him into a hug. Tord pulled Tom into his lap, hugging his trembling body and rubbing small circles into his back. He pushed the hair away from Tom's ear, a clear path for him to whisper words of encouragement. It's okay. I'm here. I got you.
I would punch you if you tried to do that to calm me down.
I would not do that to calm you down, but I'm not taking this fucking seriously, and I probably should, just in case anybody's fucking triggered because of this anxiety attack.
I mean, I'm no stranger to them, and I'm not.
After almost 10 minutes, Tom settled. His breathing was shallow and his face was dripping in sweat. Tord had never left his side. It felt so right. Tom tightly shut his eyes before saying what would change his life. I think I'm in love with you. What the fuck, Tom? You just had an anxiety attack. You just questioned what everybody would think. And now you just do the one thing that nobody would ever fucking do right then and there?
I'm speechless.
You see what I mean? You see
I'm
what I
actually
mean?
speechless. That was great.
What the fuck? I'm...
The pain in your eyes glistening like the stars. It's so beautiful.
Oh my god. Fuck off.
Bitch.
I have nothing to say to this. I'm just so disappointed. I'm disappointed.
The thing is, it has so much potential.
It does. It really does.
I can't criticize it too hard because I mean, yeah, I'm criticizing it a little bit, but it's great in its own little way.
Could be better.
And it could be worse. Even you have to admit that it could be worse.
It could be worse, but it could be a lot better.
I got to witness that.
You're welcome. Okay, well, yeah, this is the end of the video. Say bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah.
All y'all little bitches out there. Bye to you too.
Peace. Yeah, so, fucking dork out.